Hi folks, welcome back to the Horde. It's about 3 o'clock Tuesday. It is the 12th of November, 38 degrees according to that one, 35 according to this one. Feels like 35 and it's chilly out here. So what a difference a day makes, right? Yesterday it was close to 50. Other than running scrap, what have I managed to do today? I've managed to put up the last shelf in the garage. And you guys might say, yeah, so what? Who cares? Well, there's a couple of tires that have been in the way in the lower garage forever. Next door to that, in that crate, there is a bunch of lights in there. And you might say, oh, what? Big deal. You and your stupid lights. These are like fireman's lights, cop lights, you know, those flashing things. And there's also a light that would be like used outside or in a foyer or something like that. But they've been banging around the lower garage forever, and I've been afraid that they were going to get broken. Next door to that is similar, a couple of foyer lights, and that thing on top, that orange thing on top, is like a railroad light. You kind of hang it, one side is yellow, one side is red, and it flashes on and off. I picked it up for $1 at a flea market. Once again, getting all these things, having all these things are great, but breaking them, not so good. And lastly, this here, that's that globe light I picked up out of the barn yesterday. Remember, it's got the metal guard on it, then a glass dome, and then you put the light bulb inside and it hangs down. Anyway, I really wanted to put that someplace safe before it got broken. I'm not going to use it right this second. I just wanted to move it someplace safe. And as I've been kind of looking around, I just noticed this motor here. I think it's an old Westinghouse. I too want to get that put up somewhere because right now it's sitting right there in a very valuable location. If I could get it out of there and the crap next door to it out of there too, whatever that is in this other black crate. I got to take a look in there, see what it is. Now, my problem is I pick stuff up. I have a tendency to bring it in the garage, right? And can't leave it outside to get wet. Very nice thing to do, except eventually you run out of horizontal places. And once all the horizontals are full of crap, then you can't work because you begin putting stuff on your three-wheelers. And then when you try to roll your three-wheelers in and out, crap falls off, and now you're picking up stuff off the floor, and it's just an entire wreck. By getting these areas above the garage door civilized, it'll be much better, I think. Yeah, today I'm kind of behaving myself a little bit. That one I took to the face yesterday has me a little bit off kilter. So to make sure that I was super careful, yeah, you guys could see I have most of this upper shelf available. But once again, I did, you could see on the very edge there alongside the box, there's one of those flasher light things next to the time clock. So I have to make better use of these shelves. I don't want to just put stuff up there that's meant to die, but I do want to get things out of the way that I don't need to look at continuously. As I kind of do these things, I have the camera on. It probably makes you all motion sick, but it helps me also document and remember what I'm up to. The top of this shelf is pretty much full, right? Got one of those blower things, and then alongside of that orange thing is actually an emergency light type thing, another emergency light, and more of the blowers. Right, so there we are. I also have some space up in that corner. That would be a good, what one could consider dead space. You know, since I've put the stuff on top here, I've already forgotten what half of it is. I got to write on the boxes, so that when I'm looking for something, I can remember where I put it up. Anyhow, right in this area, it doesn't appear as if there's been much progress. But believe it or not, between the upper and the lower garage and all, I'm moving things forward gradually as the boxes get up high, and then I put things away from other boxes, right? Whether they're tools or whatever they are. As things get put away, it gradually will free up the space I need to do what I'm trying to do with this entire hoard. I've been babbling for about 6 minutes, so I'm going to let you guys go. Folks, there was a question about that three-wheeler deal. You know, wake up, buy a three-wheeler. That deal fell through. You know, I'm not trashing kids. I was a kid once. The great thing about kids is they talk about what's possible. So I guess in that kid's mind, it was possible that I was going to give him $1 million for the three-wheeler. Once we started talking, it went from, you know, the possibility in his mind was that, but the reality was, ain't no three-wheeler worth $1 million, right? For $1 million, there's some crazy hoarder that has a warehouse full of the ones that the tires haven't been put on yet. You know, they're like in a box, so you could get those for $1 million. You know, I don't need to buy a trumped out, beat to death unit. I already have a bunch of trumped out, beat to death units. If one is willing to sell them reasonable, I'm willing to buy them. But you know, Mom might have raised an idiot, but I think it was one of her other children. It wasn't me. So that deal fell through. Once again, love what's possible, but from a practical point of view, the price has to be right. There is another one, a 200X that runs, moves, and does everything it's supposed to do. It actually looks pretty good in the photos, and it's fairly reasonable. He's been advertising it locally, paper and so forth, penny saver, for a little while now, and he doesn't seem to be getting any bites. So I was thinking of hanging on until the weekend and then contacting him and making an offer. Though, quite honestly, I don't have anywhere to store it. And that's a problem, right? I finally get this crap cleared out of here, particularly these two tractors cleared out of here. 1, 2, and you know, it completely makes it so that I have a functional work area, and then I buy another one that's kind of going in the wrong direction. So I got to balance the price and what I'm getting versus where am I going to keep it. Anyhow, enough babbling. Folks, live, love, and have a great time. Tires down, handlebars up. We'll catch you on the next episode of The Horde, which will probably be Saturday, unless something amazing happens between now and then. So, in the meantime, scrap, but don't poke yourself in the eye. Hang shelves, but write down what you put on them and in the boxes, right on the outside of the boxes, what you just put up. And thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing, and thanks for commenting. Take care, folks.